Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Catfish Combat with Joel. It is a beautiful late June day that the Lord has made. So I apologize, I haven't put out a video in quite a while. Gotten really busy. I'm in grad school right now and we're doing summer intensives. So I'm taking 6-week classes that are an entire semester's worth in 6 weeks, multiple classes. So obviously my free time shrunk quite a bit. So yeah, I've been able to get on the water a few times. I've only gotten about 1, maybe 2 cats. Now, something weird that happens around here, well, it's a natural thing, but it kind of shifts the catfishing. So around mid-May, usually the water's around 75 degrees, the catfish go into their spawn. So what happens is they move up into the shallow flats. The bite generally shuts down. You might get 1 or 2 stragglers, but your quality catfishing goes way down. Okay, so when that happens, they go into the flats, they spend a couple weeks out there, and then they go back out into deep holes where they rest up for about a week because their spawn takes a lot out of them. During that time, catfishing is really tough. So if I was even able to go out fishing, sometimes I just go out for crappies or go bluegill fishing with my son. Yeah, because if I'm going to get a day off, I'm not going to waste it getting maybe 1 catfish. I only got skunked once during the spawn, but again, it wasn't really enough to get a video. So conditions for today, high's going to be about 86, mostly cloudy. Winds out of the northeast about 6 miles an hour. Atmospheric pressure is about 30.12 and dropping because we got kind of a front coming in tonight. So that should get the bite going. I'm going to start in deep water. I think the fish are, because it's been really crazy hot. The first 2 weeks of June, it kicked up into the high 90s for about 2 weeks. It's just boiling hot up here in northern Alabama. Okay, so yeah. I'm going to go to the Guntersville Dam. It's where the general area I'm going to start at. I'm going to go under the powerhouse, see if I can get some shad, and then I'm going to try my hand at skipjack fishing, see what we got. Also, during this downtime, I've got some new gear. I've got a B&M Silvercat Elite medium action rod. My wife got me for my birthday. I put a Daiwa BG 5000 on that one. And then also, I got an upgrade for my ABU Garcia C3 6500s. I got these power handles on them. So yeah, I've caught a few fish in those already. It does make reeling them a little bit easier. And then the last upgrade I had was, here, I'll show you this one. Actually, there were 2 more upgrades. So I put a Bimini cover on my boat. I'll post a link for that for Amazon. That thing has been absolute money. I love it, keeps the sun off of me. And then one last thing was I replaced the leaf springs on my boat. They were shot, I hit a bump, not even that hard, and it chucked the minnow bucket out of my boat. They just rusted out. So, all right, that's enough of my talking and flapping my gums. Let's get fishing. I'll see you out there. All right, everybody, so here I am. I just was under the powerhouse. Honestly, did not get that much. It was just packed out with bluegills and baby white bass. So got a couple of drum under there and a handful of shad, but I spent an hour under there just getting frustrated because I kept getting really small fish in my cast net, kept getting it tangled up. So here I am. So I'm on there's the generators up there. I'm on the down current side. I'm on a seam. I actually just missed a skipjack. I got him. I saw him jump when I hooked him. He threw the hook. So show you what I'm using here. So on this one right here, on my bait caster, I threw out a little spoon about that big. It's got like a 1/2 ounce weight on the end of it to kind of keep it down a little bit. I'm gonna just kind of let that flutter in the current. And then on this one, I've got 2 Berkeley Gulp minnows, the 2.5 inch size. I'm just using a swivel. 1 liter is about 14 inches, the other is about 8. So I'm throwing it in the current seams. I'm seeing skipjack strike little shad out here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, so I've gotten so excited because I've broken my streak of bad luck with skipjack. I got so excited I forgot to turn on the camera. So I've caught 3 so far in there. Got some pretty good sized ones too. So I got 1 on that spoon that was just fluttering around out there, and I got 2 on this dual jig rig that I got here. So all it is basically it's a 1/8 ounce jig on the bottom just to weigh it down more, and then a 1/16 ounce jig on top. So I'm just throwing it out there, and I'm kind of just looking for splashes. I mean, I can see these are skipjack. They're jumping out of the water, chasing little baby shad. So I'm trying to mimic what they're eating, which these Berkeley Gulp minnows are really good for. This one's a little bit ripped up from that last fish, but it'll be fine. They're mimicking essentially what these fish are eating right now. Sometimes in murky water, like people like to go a little bit brighter. But yeah, so one of the things about skipjack too is they throw hooks real easily. So pretty much once you feel that slam, you've got to set the hook hard and reel them in quick, because they've got very tough mouths. I've actually caught 3 and I've lost 3. I've hooked into 3 other fish and they threw the hook. So all right, so yeah, well, I'll see if I can get the camera on for the next one here, but all I'm doing basically, I'm leaving that one fluttering in the current. It's getting hit here and there. The biggest one I caught was actually on that spoon, and then these other ones I'm just kind of throwing it around in a 180 behind me, and every once in a while I get a fish. So I've got 3. I only need about 1 more and I should be good. I'll try to get that one on camera here. Oh, there's a bunch out there. There's like 3 that just jump right there. Let's see if I can get them here. So I usually give it about 5 seconds. Just reel it right across where they were. Let's see if we can get them to strike. Just letting it glide with the current. You'll feel their hit. It's very sudden and violent. Oh, there he was. He grabbed it right as it came around. There we go. He came up and got it again. Oh, get up. Crap, snagged on the side of the boat. Crap. There we go. I got him. All right. That's a good skipjack. We'll take that. All right, so that's 4. I think I'm good. Got enough bait for today. He had the hook right in the lower lip. I couldn't lift him. These fish are good to lip, just like a bass. Yeah, see, pretty good sized skipjack. All right, we'll get him on the cooler. Let's get catfishing, man. All right, everybody, so it's 2.5 hours later since I got out here. Getting bait was tough, man. I wanted to challenge myself a little bit today. I was going for, you know, a challenge of not bringing anything out and just seeing what I could get. So I got probably about 1.5 dozen shad, but they're small. They're threadfin shad, and I got 4 big skipjacks that are fresh. So I'm going to try out my Bimini cover for the first time. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's offering some shade up here, just get out of the sun a little bit, and I hope, you know, I'm hoping my front camera doesn't overheat. It might, so if that happens, I'm just gonna have to go to my chest camera. But yeah, it's pretty hot out, about 86 right now. It should start cooling down about an hour, hour and a half. But so where I'm at, so I'm in the deepest part of the river here. Right where this cliff is, there's a hole. It goes down about 60 feet, right at about the ledge of 55 going into 60. I marked a lot of fish. There's some big signatures down there. So I'm gonna throw out a myriad of baits and see what I can get. All right, let's get fishing. All right, so here's what I got for my rigs right now. So I'm kind of straddled the hole. The deepest part's right there in front of that big rock. You can kind of see my lines. This one's looks like they're kind of crossing. That one's out further though. So this one, big fresh skipjack head. This one was a gizzard shad about that big. I cut off its tail, let it bleed out. This one right here, number 3, skipjack chunk about that big. Rod 4 is 3 threadfin shad. Rod 5, I've got a young drum on there. I just cut its tail and made some incisions on it, kind of opened it up, let it bleed out. So we'll see what the fish want today, but I'm gonna give the spot about 45 minutes, see what I can come up with. See those big fish I marked down there are interested. If not, I'll just keep moving these deep holes. But I definitely saw fish in the deep water, so that's what I'm gonna focus on for right now until nighttime. They'll probably start moving out and get more active. Yeah, buddy. There we go. Holy cow. Skipjack body chunk. Man, that's a good fish. Hold on, I gotta pause my crazy podcast here. There we go. All right, here we go. Yep, he came up and grabbed it. This is a good fish, man. I was just gonna pull my Bimini cover down because it looks like the cloud cover is gonna come out and that thing will whoop right down in front of me. This is on the skipjack body section. Piece about the size of my fist, so this should be a pretty good fish, man. Let's see what he is. I bring him up kind of slowly. Be careful about bringing fish up out of really deep water. You can get them real sick. Their air bladder blows up. So I'll take it easy on him. This is at least a... Yeah, this is a heavy fish, man. Feels like a pretty good one. This is on one of my heavier rigs, so... Don't know what it is yet. I'm not gonna guess because it's been kind of hot and he might just be a lethargic blue cat. And I always hope for flat-headed and it ends up being a blue. Let's get overly excited, you know. Oh man, that's a good blue. That's a good blue to start off the day. Yep. Let out some air bubbles. All right, let's net him. He's a pretty big fish. Yeah, let's get a net on him. Let's see. Some problems here. My net got all tangled up, and then see how it like looped inside out because it caught his fin, and then the weight got caught in the net. It made this weird angle where I couldn't get him. But that's a good fish right there, man. It's a good fish. Start the day right in the corner of the mouth. All right, buddy, I'm gonna let you go. There we go. Let's get him out. Let's get a length and weight on him, and then we'll let him go. Come here, buddy. My guess is at least 30. Yeah, 33. 33 pounds. And length. These rods. He's about 40, I'd say about 43. He's an angry fish. All right, let's hold that bad boy up. Got a camera. 33 pounder. That's a good fish. All right, let's get him back in the water. All right, buddy. Need to revive him a little bit. Make sure he's okay. Oh, he gave me a good chomp. Yeah, he gave my thumb a good jump out of spite. All right, let's go get another fish. That's a beautiful fish, 30 pounder on the dot. All right, let's get him back. Your last little friend bit me, dude. I'm not falling for that one this time. I'm not putting my hand in your mouth. There he goes. All right, good fish, let's get another one. Okay, so that's gonna wrap us up for this episode of Catfish Combat. Hey guys, I apologize. I had some major camera malfunction issues while I was out there, and I missed a lot of footage. Unfortunately, with my chest camera, I started to notice that the on button is starting to, like you gotta push a lot harder than normal. So when I thought the camera was on, it wasn't. When you're wearing it on your chest, it's kind of hard when you're fighting a fish because you can't really see whether the screen is on. Somehow I'll remedy. This hasn't been a major issue for me so far in the videos that I've been making, so hopefully they get that one fixed. The one up front somehow went into a factory reset, and I lost quite a bit of footage. So I didn't get the glamour shot of the 33-pound blue cat. Some of the battle and takedown stuff was missing. So again, I apologize. I'll get it fixed and get it knocked out. Also, I did like kind of a summary of what I was doing while I was in that first spot. It ended up being the right spot at the very beginning. So I went in there. That was like kind of the deepest part of the river. It was like 55, 60 feet in that hole. That's where those two blue cats were. They were kind of right on the edge of it. So yeah, I went with the deep water and they ended up being there. Once I pulled those two out, it was mainly dinks nibbling. I was using big baits. I didn't want any dinks that day. I was just going for big fish. So a lot of bites, a lot of small fish, but again, couldn't hook them up because baits I was using were very, very large. So yeah, that was the technique. Now a big windstorm came through around 6:30 on the creek mouth I was at. Frankly, it just got so rough. The waves really started kicking up, and I couldn't really hold my position, so I had to go back up to the dam. Did catch a third blue cat up there. Unfortunately, again, I didn't get that one on camera either. It's like a 15-pound blue, decent sized fish, but nothing to write home about. Okay, so yeah, if you guys like this type of video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Guys, I don't need the money. That's not what this is about. But when you guys hit like and subscribe, it works with YouTube algorithms, gets more of this material out there, and more people can get educated and smart on catfishing. Hopefully we can get more people in the sport and more awareness about it. So that's the goal. So if you guys want to help me out with that in that way, I greatly appreciate it. I'll post the links to some of the equipment I was using, the upgrades, like the leaf springs, the power handles, the Bimini cover, all that stuff. All right, so yeah, that's it, guys. Remember, stay on mission for him. God bless, and hope to see you out there.